Khamzat, it's been a while since we've got to see you at one of these and indeed see you fight. How painful has it been not being able to compete as much as you want to?
It's hard. I mean, always when you want to do your job, when you can't do it and you're not getting the money, it's hard. So, yeah, but thanks God, I'm here. I'm ready. I'm gonna go for my victory and take my money, go home, be happy. So we're here.
Obviously, you've had some health issues that have kept you out of the cage. I don't know if you want to go into detail as to what those were, but do you feel like they are all behind you now and you can move forward with your career without having to worry about that again?
Of course, whatever happens in my life, so always come out with everything, always wins, so whatever I fight with, always wins. Thanks God, but right now I'm here. I'm best guy who could be in the UFC, man.
Does it annoy you now that fans, considering when you started in the UFC, it was a fight one week, a fight another week, that now fans almost talk about you like, oh, this guy never fights. Does that annoy you?
No, why should these things do something? Like beginning in my career, I was like that. So why this guy saying this, that, man? This is just only fans, so whatever they say is nothing personal for me.
Do you think Robert Whittaker could be one of the hardest fights in the middleweight division for you based on his style?
I don't know, so we'll see in the cage. But anyone on the top could be a hard fight, but somebody could be an easy fight. We will see. Maybe it's easy fight, maybe it's hard fight for me, so we don't know.
They say that it's going to be Dricus versus Sean Strickland for the title next. But if you go out there and you finish Robert Whittaker in 1 or 2 rounds, do you think that the UFC will have to say, okay, no, it's Khamzat next?
I hope so, but they said that before as well. When I beat the Gilbert Burns, how long time was that? 2 or 3 years ago, man. I didn't fought my chance. After that, Usman, if he beats Usman, I'm gonna fight for the title. Didn't fought yet, so we'll see. But I'm happy with the money. I'm making more money than any champ as well, man. So, yeah.
Life is good.
Yeah.
How do you think this fight with Rob will go? Do you believe he will be able to stop the onslaught that you bring in round 1 and round 2 and maybe take you to the championship rounds? Or do you think that he won't be able to handle your wrestling and aggressiveness?
I don't know, we'll see. And how to lose, we don't know. So I'm ready for victory.
Comes out right here. On the countdown, it showed you with your new team and your new gym. So I'm curious, how has camp been and any of the changes you made from your old one outside of no longer training to exhaustion every single time?
What was it?
It said, it showed that an interview that in your old camp, you would just train so much until you were exhausted. And now you're taking a much more scientific approach and rest with your new team. So how has camp been with your new team?
I have my old coaches still there, my coaches, and always will be my coaches. But just done this training camp, and we try the new things, and we train with the guys. We train the people 60 years, so with professional wrestlers, with professional boxers, and I have my doctor around me, I have my dietitian around me, and the guy who checking my supplements, everything. I never had so much team around me, so it would be a different of that.
Rob has faced high-level wrestlers in the past, like Joel Romero, and he's faced high-level grapplers like Jacare. I'm curious, how do you think you are different from those two guys when you step in there with Rob?
They are not MMA wrestlers. MMA is different, So you can be Olympic champion, but if you get Olympic champion, me and MMA wrestling, I could beat him easy. So this is different, So I'm not just wrestler. People thinking about I'm not just freestyle wrestler, MMA wrestler is different.
And say Rob does be able to stop the takedowns early, do you think you would also hold the advantage if the fight stayed striking and you could knock him out on the feet?
Who did stop my takedowns?
No one yet.
So I don't think so. This guy will be different. So if Kamaru Usman, he's been a great champ and he took down everyone, but I took him down. I dominated him, in the rounds and easy. And what's gonna be different with Taekwondo or Karate guy and against like Usman guy, being wrestler. He was professional wrestler before.
And then last one for me, unrelated to your fight. Can I just get your thoughts on the main event between Ilya and Max?
It's a hard fight for both. If he's gonna be on the stand-up, it will be hard. But if Ilya uses his background and jiu-jitsu and wrestling, I think Ilya can win the much easier.
Khamzat right here. 5-round fight this time, and the past 2 times where you've gone the distance against Kamaru and Gilbert, people have criticized your cardio. Do you look forward, if Robert can make it to those 4th and 5th rounds, to showing how strong you can be later in a fight?
Everyone talk about my condition, but nobody see what I did with the guys, So I always fight, I'm not a guy who is jumping around and trying to save my gas station, So I go always all in, So I like to go and finish somebody. I try to finish the guys. If it doesn't work, I'm gonna go all distance. Doesn't matter, man. So I'm here, just win my fight.
Do you have to change that pace a little bit, knowing it's 5 rounds, or do you feel you can go as hard as you want for 25 minutes if needed?
I've been pushing from first second to last second on my sparrings, but I don't think so. It will be different in the cage here as well. So, but I didn't say anything about my health before Usman fight. Everyone thinks about Khamzat went in the cage healthy, so it wasn't that. I was sick on the morning before the fight, so I don't find the excuse like don't crying like I had a short notice like Usman. I jump in also in short notice when my fights, Yeah, we're all fighters. We don't need to find some excuse. If I lose, be a fighter. Just shut up and go home.
How much better, given everything you've said about the training, the nutrition, do you feel right now than you have in past fights? Coming in a few days, like hours out from weigh-ins, or a day and a half from weigh-ins. How much better do you feel right now?
What?
Compared to last fights, how much better do you feel right now, given all the changes that you've made in nutrition and training?
It was amazing. It feels amazing, and my camp was perfect. Never could be that good, man. So. We've been in the mountains, been training, and never been I've been always in the city and just a normal gym train, So like now I was in Olympic Centrum, and that has everything there, doctors, everything, they're checking around and checking your body and all the things you need for the Olympic athletes, So they use it for me, and I'm in great shape.
Did I hear you say in an interview this week that you still want to return to welterweight eventually?
It doesn't matter. Whatever is money, I go for that.
Who do you think would be an easier fight for you between Sean Strickland and Dricus du Plessis if you get that title shot?
Don't know. Still don't know. When we go to the cage, we will see.
Thank you.
Khamzat here. Left to you.
Yeah.
Hello. You mentioned in the previous strongman welterweight division. Right now, you compete at the welterweight division before. You moved up to middleweight. Now we see that there was many rumors about you versus Shaukat on the papers. That would be a huge fight. And now Shaukat is fighting for the title against Belal, and you are in a middleweight, one step away from the title. And at some point, would you like to go back to welterweight if you would be offered to fight?
For fight for what?
For the title against Shaukat.
Of course. I write to the Hunter. So just give me a title, any weight class, so I'm ready. It doesn't matter. If they give the money, give the title, I go for heavyweight as well.
And there's many new names in the middleweight division close to the top 5. For example, the Roman Dolidze, I'm from Georgia, and interesting for me. Also, Caio Borralho, your friend, and Nasruddin Imavov also. There's many names to mention. Then the Roman was called you out before the fights and after the fights fighting against you. And what do you think about him and the fighting against him?
What should I think? We did train before, so that's it. I met him in Thailand outside. I said, "You want to fight? Let's fight right now." He said, "No, I want to fight in cage." So for me, this fight is everywhere, outside, inside. Well, Roman is a great guy, and we have friends between me and him, Guram and Georgian guys. He's always been close to me. I love that guys, and good character and same tradition, like I said before. If they give for him, but he has to win his fights. He lost against many guys in the division. I never lost. That's the difference.
All right, and the last one from me. You have a new nutritionist in this camp, Mateo, who is one of the best in the business. And you mentioned that you didn't have the guys who help you in the previous camps. How is it for you to cut weight in this camp? How easy was it?
This is much easier, but before he would just 8 kilos one day, So, but here now we have a professional guy and checking my weight, everything, my shoe. As like I said before, never been so good people around me, good team around me.
Khamzat, what would be the most satisfying way here? What would be the most satisfying way to win for you? To prove yourself that you can go 5 rounds with Rob, or to submit him, who has never been submitted in middleweight?
Just win. That's it, man. So I don't think about 5 rounds. I don't think about submission. Just go to the cage, win the fight, smash that guy, and take my money. That's it, man. I'm never when I go to the cage, just thinking about how just to win the fight. How doesn't matter.
Hi Hamza, Yusuf here. A common opponent between you and Whittaker is Ikram Aliskarov, who lost only from you and from Whittaker, and Whittaker finished him faster. Do you see any sort of threat different in Whittaker compared to previous opponents?
What? I didn't understand.
Like a threat from Whittaker to be more dangerous than all the opponents that you faced before?
I don't know. Maybe he'll be dangerous, but I'm the most dangerous guy in the world. So I don't know. He finished him early. I finished him later. But I'm not that Khamzat I was before. He's not that Rob he was before. So the only answer is just a cage.
He had a statement a few days back that he wants to demolish you in front of your audience here in Abu Dhabi. What is your response?
Nothing. Just say salam alaikum.
Hello, Khamzat. How are you? You know the Russian fighters. What's your opinion about a possible future fight between Ilia Topuria and Islam Makhachev?
I don't know. So they have some Twitter war now. So these both guys has to fight. The only answer for that is a cage. Like I said before. We never know. Everyone can say, I can say, I want. If you ask me, in my mind, in my head, I can beat anyone. So, but just only answer is just a cage.
Хамзат, приветствую. Здесь слева. Приветствую. У тебя был очень непростой последний год, был отмененный поединок, у тебя очень многое поменялось в тренировочном процессе, и для многих людей сейчас загадка, каким именно ты вернешься ли ты тем Хамзатом, которого все помнят, загадка ли это для тебя, и можно ли сказать, чувствуешь ли ты, что ты, допустим, находишься в лучшей форме за всю свою карьеру?
Да, я чувствую себя отлично, но в таких тренировочных лагерях я никогда не присутствовал. И такого круга тренировок, такого профессионализма вокруг меня не было. Я там уличный парень, вырос на улице. Меня просто было все бои это дракой. Но сейчас чуть по-профессионально подходим. И мне нравится это. Сейчас чувствую себя отлично. Думаю, должен быть лучший Khamzat, который был в клетке.
Роберт Whittaker последний раз проигрывал сабмишном 13 лет назад, это было еще за пределами UFC. Есть ли у тебя, знаешь, такая цель, может быть, для себя, стать первым человеком, которому получится удосрочить Роберта Whittakera на земле?
Цель победить, цель сабмишном или нокаутом, мне без разницы. Самое главное зайти туда и давить этого парня, пока что он не сломается. Там какая победа ни была, мне без разницы.
Ассаламу алейкум, Хамзат. С 1 ноября вступят в силу обновленные правила, согласно которым можно бить локтями 12-6. по прямой линии. Так, например, можно бить локтем в область виска. А даст ли это какое-то преимущество тебе в боях, потому что ты доминируешь как раз в партере?
Конечно, для всех будет лучше. Борцов, для борцов будет лучший вариант, который добивать можно. И можно травмировать ребят, но, к сожалению, спорт такой. Можно кого-то, если висок, я не знаю, зачем ведут этот для виска опасное место, которое бить локтем еще. Ну, наверное, им виднее. Не знаю.
Артур Бетербиев поразил людей, как умеет одной рукой крутить 20-килограммовый гриф для штанги. Вы с Артуром примерно одного веса, а смог бы ты также прокрутить гриф?
Гриф не знаю, но людей я крутить умею.
Assalamu alaikum, Khamzat.
Alaikum salam.
How are you?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Alhamdulillah. Hamza, a few of your critics have said, look, Hamza in the beginning was fighting 2 fights in 10 days, super hungry, super aggressive. Now he's famous, he's rich, he's done really well, he's made the UAE his home. He's not as motivated as he used to be. He's not the hungry wolf. What do you have to say to those people who hold that opinion?
Money is not changing the people. You become the same you are now. So I'm same Hamza than been before. So the people think like if you change the clothes, if you change get the money and you get the, no, you stay same man. So whatever is changing your life, I'm Hamza.
Best of luck today, Hamza.
Khamzat, to your left. We are all used to you with your old haircut. Are you willing to cut your hair before the fight, or this is a new version of Khamzat?
I don't know, many people asking about me, why you don't shave your hair, man. But if hair helps, man, should Ortega will be best fighter in the world.
No, you look good like this
He
too.
has a long hair, man.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Хамзат, салам алейкум. Справа от тебя. Чувствуешь ли ты дополнительную ответственность, учитывая тот факт, что вот с августа месяца чеченские спортсмены достигли там, ну, в мире там, небывалых высот, там, Разамбек Джамалов, Бетербиев, соответственно, вот, Бахрам недавно выиграл. Давит ли это дополнительно на тебя, потому что, ну, как бы, нужно не ударить в грязь лицом, что называется, и вот марку, соответственно, поддерживать?
Нет, конечно, меня это радует и мотивирует, эти ребята. Я видел все бои, Бахрам тоже нокаутом выиграл, и олимпийский чемпион у нас стал, и Артур Бетербиев, такого СНГ, такого боксера, даже и в мире не было. Они сбили такого 7 поясов. Для меня это мотивация, не давит никак. И победа и поражение от Всевышнего, мы это понимаем, поэтому мы спокойны.
Хамзат, мы тебя впервые видим в очках на пресс-конференции. Расскажи, это новый образ или что-то со зрением случилось?
Нет, никакой новый образ, просто мне, когда читаю, и двоится в правом глазу, поэтому так. Ну, у меня это давно было, просто не хотел носить очки. Ну, сейчас уже доктор сказал, надо носить, поэтому носить.
И еще по поводу Артура Бетербиева. Разговаривал ли ты с ним после боя с Дмитрием Биволом, и было ли какое-то наставление от него возможно?
Ну, наставление, когда мы виделись, что он мне давал, ну, такой чемпион, такой с таким багажом, может научить тебя многому. Я еще новый в этом спорте, ну, в сравнении с ним, можно сказать. Ну, я просто поздравил, ответил на это и все.
Hello, hands up. Okay, what's your opinion of Ilia Topuria, like a champion, as a fighter?
Great champ. That's it.
Thank you.
Stand up.